Now, in the 11th century BC, the united monarchy of Israel is at war with the Philistines. And there's two hills. Israelites are on one hill, Philistines are on the other hill. And they're shouting at each other across this valley. You suck. No, you suck. No, you suck. You suck worse. Okay, this goes on and on. It's basically the first rap contest in ancient Jewish history. There's no fighting, just words. So David's dad is like, go take these sacks of grains and loaves of bread to your brothers who are on the battlefield. So David shows up to the battlefield. The Philistines are on their hill. And they're like, Philistines, da, 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 Philistines, da, 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 da. And then the Israelites are like, I don't care, I'm Israelite. So they're just doing this back and forth. So David goes up to his brothers and he's kind of like, what are you guys doing? And his brothers are like, 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 20, we're shouting the battle cries, brah. And David is like, is this not a war? Aren't you warriors? And they're like, well, we're warrior poets. And David's like, okay, how long has your poetry contest been going on? And they're like, 40 days. Okay, it's getting heated. The Philistines are upping their game. They come out in formation, and they're like, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy wuzzy. And the Israelites are like, I don't care. I'm Israelite. Okay, so David goes and he drops off his sacks of grain and loaves of bread, and he starts asking questions to all the soldiers. He's like, do you have an end game, or is this the kind of thing where it's the journey that matters, not the destination? And then meanwhile, Goliath comes out of his tent. He's clearly on testosterone. He's ginormous. He's all roided out. Some total roid rage. All the Philistines are like, Philistines, da, 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 Philistines, da, da, da. And Goliath is like, Philistines, da, 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 Philistines, da, 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 da. Okay, so all the Israelites, their voices go up a whole octave. They're like, I don't care, I'm Israelite. So Saul, he's the king of the Israelites. He comes out of his tent and he's like, I hear squeaking. What the heck is going on here? And David runs up to him and goes, let me fight this guy. And Saul looks at David. Then he looks at Goliath. Looks at David. Looks at Goliath. Looks at David. Looks at Goliath. Looks at David. And he goes, no. And then David's like, please. And God bless psychotic CEOs who are big risk takers, because Saul goes, okay. So there's this hand-to-hand combat. Goliath is there. It's kind of flexing. David grabs a few rocks. Now, at this time, this is about 1000 BC, they didn't have the National Slingshot Association. They didn't have slingshot control. You didn't need a background check, nothing. You could just carry the slingshots on your person. So you basically had the right to bear arms. And Goliath is thinking, I'm 10 times the size of little monkey David. I've got a ton of testosterone in me. And David is thinking, I don't even need to touch you to kill you. This little rock right here is a bullet, and it will take down a giant.